Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hello, Lady PNC. Come on in, give me some hearts, share. Go ahead on and start sharing and giving me some hearts. Hello, hello. Hello, let me know where you're from. Go ahead on and want you to share so we can get started. Hello, hello. LaJona 804. Thank you for joining. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in and share. Come on in and share. From Jacksonville, Florida, the Guru headquarters. U.S. Navy Mom 2012. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Come on in. Come on in. Let me see those hearts. Let me see those hearts. Let me see those hearts. I'm real excited. I am real excited to be on tonight. Give me just a second. Come on in. Come on in. Straight out of church. LOL. Yes, straight out of church. Come on in. True Woman 69. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing. We're excited you're on. I'm excited to be on. As every week, I'm excited to come on and share about leadership and leadership development. Yeah, I am always excited to share. Miss Parker, hello, 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 hello. Come on, as you come in, go ahead on and share, and don't forget to hit those hearts, hit those hearts, hit those hearts. I'm going to be sharing. Actually, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek into my upcoming book. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my upcoming book on the pitfalls of leadership. So I'm really excited to be able to share with you on that tonight. So come on in and share so others can kind of get a little piece of what's taking place, what will be taking place. It's my desire to be able to launch out this book this year. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come, as you join in, as you come in, let me know where you're from, so I can know where everyone is coming in from. All right, all right. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit those hearts for me. Thank you, thank you. You know, I had a conversation this evening with a good friend of mine. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine. Hello, cousin. This is my cousin on. I'm trying to read the name. But I had a great conversation with a dear friend of mine on tonight. And both of us are very passionate about where God has us in this season and what our passion is. So we're real excited, and we're going to be doing some collaboration for leaders, and you all will hear more about that. Cousin Angie, hello, hello, and we're going to be sharing. You all will be hearing more about that. The Levettes are on. Hello, hello, friend of leadership. The Levettes are already jumping out there with their friends of leadership. Absolutely right. Everyone who comes on as a friend of leadership, hit those hearts. But we're just really excited. I'm just really excited about what's taking place in this season of development. And this is what I would love for you all to be able to do as you're following Lady PC has jumped out there with I'm a friend of leadership. As you're following and hearing every Sunday, if whatever is shared with you, if something takes place, good evening. If something takes place within your leadership role, please share it. Go to our Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page, Cotton and Company Leadership Group Facebook page, and just share with us the experience you had with whatever topic it is. Application is always a big thing when you're talking about developing and creating leaders. And really what I'm doing is not that I'm developing anyone or creating leaders. Basically, really what I'm doing, so I really need to change the language. I'm nurturing the leadership that's in you. That's really more of what I'm doing. I'm nurturing the leadership that's in you, because all of you are already leaders, and you're born to be a leader. So I'm really nurturing what's in you. Good evening, Tanita. But let's move forward. One of the things I started doing about I guess it's about a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, is I began to look at individuals in leadership roles, in key leadership roles, and I asked a question: what would make a leader fall from their leadership role? What would make a leader fall from their leadership role or assignment? So I began to write 10 things that I see that causes a leader to fall, and I want to share with you on tonight, because once you get to the place of leadership, you have to be able to make sure that you continue to nurture your assignment. And of course, we talked about that on last week, about the love affair that you must have with your leadership role and assignment, the love affair. But what would make you fall from that role? And there's a number of things that I've identified. It's 10 things that I've identified. And one of them that I definitely want to be able to share with you all on tonight. And the first one is a lack of purpose. A lack of purpose. And the reason why I'm sharing this one tonight is because in the conversation that I had with my good friend tonight, we both talked about purpose. We talked about really discovering and tapping into what our purpose is. And as a leader, the way you maintain yourself as a leader is you've got to make sure that you are tapped into your purpose. You have to make sure that you're tapped into your purpose. Discovering your purpose is the first thing as a leader that you must be able to do. So if you like purpose, or you like an understanding of your purpose, you're not going to survive as a leader. I've seen individuals who are great and wonderful leaders, but then I see them doing some other things, and what I see them doing is outside of the scope of what they have claimed to be their purpose or their passion. Well, when you tap into your purpose, then you feed your purpose, and everything feeds out of your purpose. So you have to be real careful that you don't fall into the trap of trying to gain some type of social status or some type of financial status that is going to pull you away from your ultimate purpose as a leader. And you have to be real careful with that. Relationships will cause you to doubt your purpose if you're not careful. You have to be able to be so sure of what your purpose is, and then everything else feeds around your purpose. Remember, I talked about even relationships that you have, that you have to make sure that you're building the relationships that's going to feed your purpose. So the ultimate question becomes, one, do you know what your purpose is as a leader? Do you know what your purpose is as a leader? Do you know what type of leader you're called to be? And then understand what that purpose is, where you can walk out that purpose every day as a leader. One of the things, and I've heard individuals say that when you look at the life of Steve Jobs and you look at his leadership, they say behind closed doors, he was a rough man. He was a very rough man. Well, when I look at his leadership, I don't see him as being a rough leader, or seeing him as a person who was real hard or real nasty, as some people may say. What I saw him was a person who was very committed to his purpose. And out of that commitment to his purpose and him walking and understanding what his purpose was, then he didn't allow anything to take him off track. So you have to be real careful. So when I studied the leadership role of Steve Jobs, he was very committed to what his purpose was. He was very committed to what he believed he was called to do, and how he was called to impact the world through technology, through Apple. And because he was so committed to that, then he didn't allow anyone or anything to pull him away from that. You have to be able to be very committed to what your purpose is, and that becomes non-negotiable. When you know your purpose as a leader, you have to become non-negotiable. You become non-negotiable to that purpose. So you're committed to the purpose. That's the first thing. You have to be committed to that purpose. Once you know what your purpose is as a leader, my purpose. I'm going to stick to what my purpose is. My purpose is going to be a vehicle that is going to drive